What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POB. Shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to the Point of View crew and Trip on This. Had to make sure I dab the sweat up real quick. Trip on this, homie. I'm going to shout out some Point of View crew members right now. I should do it more often. Nate Nash and Zane, I sent you guys off packages. Vaughn, Littlewood, Matt, and Money Mike, shout out to you fellas. Much love. I talked to them today. Went and had lunch with Money Mike. A lot of you guys, I have a lot of dealings with. I mean, there's a lot of dudes in the Point of View crew that we're like really enmeshed in each other's lives, and that's just the way I like it. I made good friends with a bunch of you guys, and I'm going to start doing more shouting out. I think the people need to know. I think the people need to know who it is I'm riding with, homeboy. So trip on this. We are going to talk about the hole at Soledad and some of the politics that went along with it. We're going to talk about a issue between two skinheads, Robman and Dog, and how that I got pulled right in between it. Not on my own accord, sucked right in, just like prison politics likes to do you. Broski, I wasn't sweating until I started recording, man. Why is it like that? I mean, I looked all fresh, wasn't sweating, hair just perfect. Bro, push record, I fall apart. You believe that? So trip out, homeboy. I end up with a hole. Owing at Soledad for catching an assault with a weapon in Torodorm. I got up in Hoodwood's ass with a sock and a lock because he proned out in a riot. We had a big riot. He's one of those dudes, his heart pumps Kool-Aid. As soon as the fighting started, he laid down real quick thinking no one would see, but somebody always sees. That's the thing about prison, bro. There's, homeboy, somebody always sees. There's no way you can do anything and think it's going to slide under the radar. It might take months. It might be the next day. But someone's going to say, hey, Hoodwood laid down in that riot. And then he's going to get dealt with. A kite's going to get shot. Someone's going to pick up a sock and a lock. Next thing you know, bro, he's getting beat down. So, he's my victim. I go to the hole, wing at Soledad. I end up staying there 8 to 10 months. Now, the first day there, bro, was very peculiar. And it just confirmed what prison will do to you. Prison will give you a whole nother sense. Because as soon as I got in that single man cell, and I'm in the hole, owing at Soledad, I knew that there was an issue, there was a problem. As soon as I woke up that morning, we did roll call, had breakfast, and as the tier started conducting itself, I felt something was off. And I didn't use my eyesight or my hearing, none of my natural 5 senses. It's another sense you develop. Dude, something was off. Something was not running smooth on the tier. I can just tell. And come to find out, there was a huge issue going on. What a trip. And trip on this. Demon from P9 had borrowed this dude's TV weeks ago. Weeks ago in the yard, he jammed him up. Hey, bro, can I borrow your TV just this weekend? I want to watch that playoff game. And then, you know, Tuesday yard, morning yard, I'll send it back to you. Somehow, I don't know how. I mean, obviously, Demon has more macaroni than cheese sauce, homeboy. He obviously has a mouthpiece on his. And he was able to talk this dude out of his TV. When we're all slammed down in a single-man cell in the hole, who doesn't want a TV? I mean, I went a couple months without one. And my neighbor, Gato, a Southsider from East LA, rigged together these long headphones. And he would plug in his headphone jack. The headphone would be so long it would go out his cell, on the tier, into my cell, where I could listen to TV on my bed. And he would give me a couple hours a day. He'd say, you know, what do you like? And I'd pick, you know, news, that show Friends or Simpsons, some I'd seen before so I could picture when I hear the voices. And I mean, that was cool. It was better than a sharp stick in the eye. It was better than nothing. But a TV, homeboy, wow. I'm going to just take all your boredom away. You just get locked in that idiot box and it just makes a huge difference, brother. Everyone wants a TV and no one is giving them up. But Demon somehow talked this dude out of his TV. Here you go, bro. Here you go, bro. I went there when he gave it to him. Had I been there or had I known, I would have instantly lost respect for that fool. Oh, you gave him your TV? You ain't about shit. So, Demon has a TV. He's only supposed to have it a couple days, and I guess when it's time for dude to give it back, he's like, hey, the playoff happened. The game happened you wanted to watch. You said you're going to shoot it back. Are you bringing my TV? Are you going to give it back? And Demon's like, no, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping this TV. If you got a problem with it, we'll talk about it at Yard. And dude didn't want to talk about it at Yard. He took the stance of, you know what? I just got a good book. You know what? There's never anything good on TV. You know what I was thinking? The light always hurts my eyes, gives me a headache. I don't want a TV. I don't need a TV. Hey, I'd rather you have it. Straight punked him for it. Demon punked him for it. Dude broke it down, and he just, I don't want to talk about it. I'll read books. So Demon had the TV. What a trip. But now, it's time for dude to go back to the Yard. He's leaving. He went to committee. They said, hey, you've completed your whole time. You've completed your shoot time. Kicking you back out to the Yard. The cops came by, said, pack your stuff. We're going to the Yard. And he's like, well, hold up real quick. Shoots the kite to Demon. I'm going back to the Yard, bro. Can I get my TV? And Demon's like, no. Dude's like, what? Another kite. Come on, man. You can't be serious. Then he gets to some of the other skinheads on the tier. Hey, get at your homeboy. Get at your comrade. He won't give me my TV. And they're telling him, Demon, what are you doing, bro? Get that TV back. Finally, dude gets the cops involved. Straight up gets the cops involved, homeboy. I'm not surprised. Tells the COs, hey, I need my TV, man. And the cops go down, and the Demon still push back. End up giving the TV up. And I mean, dude, prison is a popularity contest. If some old Joe Schmo would have showed up on the tier, someone who was not Demon from Penai, or someone who was not from Penai, and just pulled that move, borrowed a TV, refused to give it back to such a degree that the cops had to get involved, bro, they would have got ass whooped out on the tier, probably removed with a weapon, a huge deal, politicked out, never let something like that slide or go under the table, swept under the rug, unless you're some high-powered skinhead. Then it was funny, and went up to the Yard like, dude, what the fuck, why didn't you do this? He's like, oh, fuck that lame. Now I need to say something about Soledad. Soledad has 3 yards. South Yard, level 1, it's rocking and rolling, bro. It's cracking for a level 1. North Yard, level 3, where I came from, really rocking and rolling, really cracking. One of the most active level 3s at the time. And then Soledad Central, level 2. Weak as puppy piss. The problem with Soledad Central, level 2, is it's full of level 2 lifers. Those are lifers that have been good boys for a long time. Because lifers start out at level 4. And if you've actually dropped your points from a level 4, from 52, 54, 55, all the way down to 19, it means that you haven't had no write-ups, you've been good, you've been minding somebody, you've been programming, doing as expected, and every year, no trouble, points drop. Another year, no trouble, points drop. Yet another year, no trouble, you get a gold star, your points drop. Next thing you know, you got level 2 points. And they sent all those level 2 lifers out to Soledad Central, and the Yard was just weak and shot out. We'll get into that in a minute. But that's where this dude came from who got punked for his TV. Soledad Central is full of dudes that would straight up get punked for the TV. Be that as the May homeboy, this whole, the 8-10 months I was there, had all kinds of political issues and dramas almost popped up on a daily. I can't even cover them all here in this video, but trip on this one. Now, it was single man cell. And that's better. I prefer a single man cell. Especially if you have a TV. And I mean, one less person in your cell, hell to the yeah. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, dude. I'm a loner. I have no problem kicking with myself. I mean, every once in a while, you're single cell. You're like, oh, it would be nice to have somebody to talk to. But then you just have someone there all the time. It gets like, oh, I'm going to get away from this fucking dude. I mean, just unless it's your best friend. If I had to choose, celly, no celly, I'm going single cell all day long. So we were all single cell status. And the cops came by and said, hey, we're going to make double cell. We're going to start bringing people from X-Wing over here, and we're going to make all these cells double cell. All you guys are getting a celly. And the powers that be, Havoc and Robman, the top dogs, the skinheads who had the keys to that tier, did not want cellies. Did not want the cops to start bringing dudes over from X-Wing. And voiced their opinion and said as much to the cops. Said, no, we prefer to stay single cell. We don't want cellies. We refuse. We don't refuse cellies because that's a PC move. But hey, we reject your offer, cop. We reject that program. We're keeping with the program single cell. And the cop's like, nope, sorry, bringing dudes over. So that's when I got a kite. Hey, excuse me, on the tier, a splinter. I mean, they didn't say, excuse me, on the tier and the kite, but it's, hey, Splinter, excuse me on the tier to get the kite to me. Boom, I got the kite. Hey, Splinter, they're going to try to bring dudes over from X-Wing, make us a double cell. We all want to stay single cell. If they try to put a dude in your cell, take off on them. Do not let no one in your cell. If the cops bring some white dude to your cell, they crack the door, he walks in, you beat his ass back out. We are not accepting cellies, hands on, full blast. And I had to sit there, of course I'm going to obey and do it. Of course I packed my stuff, got my shoes on, homeboy, tucked my pants into my socks, and just got ready to do the damn thing. Of course I prepared, but I was thinking that's kind of a weird call. Because everything follows you. What happens when I get to the next place? And they say, why did you beat that dude up who came in your cell? And then what if I said, oh, I had to, I got a kite, and they told me to. And then later they tracked them down and said, hey, did you tell people to not accept cellies and to beat them down? And they said no. That would not be the first time that happened to me. Should I repeat that? What if someone said, Splinter, beat him up, but they bring him in? I beat him up. I go to another prison, someone confronts me. Hey, we heard you you beat some white wood dude up who tried to get in your cell. And I say, yeah, I had to. They told me. And they go, okay. And they go find out, and they deny it. We didn't tell them to do that. Dude, I have done things, and then people who told me to do it said, no, I didn't. Bro, I have several stories like that. It took me a couple years I got to a point where I just stopped doing it. If I could. Or I would take better care of myself, like keep the kite, get a co-signer, make sure someone else knows about it. But dude, for instance, that story from Flea that I told, where he told me when they had all these people going out to outside work, and they'd only take 10 people, and this wood was supposed to hit dope, but he's the 11th dude in line. Damn, you're only taking 10 people. So word gets back to Flea, hey, your boy can't go out and hit. He was too late. He's the 11th dude in line. He goes, okay, we'll tell one of the Pisces to get out of line so he can go. And they're like, tell a Pisces? He goes, yeah. Junior said, send one of those Pisces back. Junior's shot caller for the Southsiders. So they send me, hey, I go over to the line, and I tell one of the Pisces, hey, Junior told you not to go to work because this wood has to go. I didn't say because he has a hit for Flea. I yank a Paisa out of line, and I said, Junior said you had to not go to work. And then later the Paisa goes complaining and said, hey, how come Splinter said I couldn't go to work? And he said, Junior said, and Junior said, I didn't say that. And I was like, yeah, Flea told me that Junior. Flea said, I didn't say that. And made it look like just me, that I just yanked that Paisa out of line just because I wanted to. Made it, dude, it's a big old crazy, huge issue. That could have been severely fucked off in, homeboy. Dude, that has happened a couple times, and look, it looks like it's going to happen again. Bum on this dude as he comes in your cell. Based on what? So, bro, I got ready. I got booted and suited. I packed my cell, and I'm just ready to take off on whoever comes in there. But the cops never end up bringing anybody. It never ends up happening. And what a trip. All worked out, stressed out for nothing. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the story. Robman, a skinhead from Stockton. He's like 60 years old. He's doing life for a bunch of armed robberies. He was on North Yard level 3. His points dropped to a level 2, and they sent him out to Soledad Central. Just like I said, level 2 lifer. But Robman is not one of those dudes who has been a good boy, not getting in trouble, points drop. He's one of those dudes that has not been getting in trouble because he has everybody else do the bad things for him. I mean, he's 6 years old, so he's not doing removals. He's not putting hands on. He's not having to hold the knives and the dope. He's not having to hold nothing and do nothing wrong. He's kicking it. He's calling shots. In the process, points to drop, homeboy, send him out to Soledad Central. Now, when he gets out there, he sees white Crips and he sees bulldogs, and they literally have a section of the yard called Pedophile Corner. PDF Corner, where all the freaks and weirdos hang out, all the maniacos. They kick it right there, bro. And Robman's like, I'm not programmed on this yard. I'm going to make a move. I'm going to take care of this some trash and get out of here. And he sent a kite, and he sent word to the whole yard. Check it out, yard. Robman is here. Skinhead. I want to hold church. I want every single skinhead who is on this yard to meet me at this yard by the pull-up bars at 2 p.m. on Friday. I want every skinhead on this yard to meet me 2 p.m. Friday by the pull-up bars. And bro, 2 p.m. on Friday by the pull-up bars, Robman is there. Dude, no one shows. No skinheads show up. Maybe one, maybe two. People are hiding from him. No one's wanting to bust a grape. So he starts putting a hit team together, and the cops come and snatch him up and get him for plotting. What's the word I'm looking for? Not plotting. Plotting 187s, bro. I can't even think of the exact terminology right now. I can push pause and think of it. But, bro, he was out there up to no good. He was plotting, and he was going to get in someone's ass, and he was going to, bro, do a removal in a major way. And they stopped him from it, put him in the hole, and when he gets to the hole, he says, I'm putting a green light on every skinhead who comes from Soledad Central. Any skinhead who comes from Soledad Central to this hole is getting an issue. Period, point blank. Don't matter. Because they didn't meet me when I said I wanted to have church at 2 p.m. by the pull-up bars. I said I wanted to handle business. No one came to meet me. They've been living on that trash-ass yard. Green light on skinheads who hit this tier from Soledad Central. Things were fine for a month or two, then what happens? Dog from SGV comes driving up, a skinhead. Short, stocky, head bicked. He's got the combat boots for the sideburns. He's all decked out with skinhead tattoos. Skinhead full blast, bro. Ain't no denying it. Here comes Dog from SGV. He beat up his cellie and broke his collarbone. Dog was a 2-striker. He started going out to court. They're going to strike him out, bro, and give him a life sentence back there for assault with serious injury. But before, that's later. Before all that can take place, let's just figure out this green light Dog has on him. So he shows up. What's up, fellas, Dog? He shoots his lockup order. They write him a kite. You know, where'd you come from? What's up? I came from Soledad Central. And then Robman's like, oh, yeah, I got one. Here we go. Here we go. We got us a skinhead from Soledad Central. I can't wait to get him. Now, Robman, the thing about him, he had just transpacked, or he had just, I believe he had transpacked. He'd been endorsed to another yard. They're shooting him to Solano, level 3. Points got jacked up to level 3 for whatever bullshit write-ups, whatever happened to him over there on Soledad Central for plotting all this and that. He got him a write-up, lost some time to the shoe term, and they were sending him to Solano. Already transpacked, can't go to yard. So he sends me a kite, because the yards, we had 2 yards. 2 white yards. And it was 5 over here and 5 over here, pretty even. But they always mix them up. I don't know why. No rhyme or reason. And people leave and some people show up. And how it turned out, I was on a yard by myself and there was like 8 people over here. There's like 8 dudes over here. I'm here by myself. Dog just hit the tier, a skinhead from Soledad Central. He's going to get cleared for yard. And it only makes sense he's going to come to my yard because it's just me there by myself. Of course they're going to put him there. So I get that kite from Robman. Splinter, what's up, homeboy? I need you to do me a favor, man. You know what's up. You know what time it is with me going out to Soledad Central and calling church. No one's showing up. They left me hanging, Splinter. It's disrespectful. I green-lit all those skinheads. This dog dude's going to hit your yard. Do me a favor, Splinter. Whack that fool. Do me a favor, Splinter. Take that fool out. And I sat and thought about it. I had a lot of love. I have a lot of love for Robman. Love that dude. Good, solid dude. Back there in the hole with him for a long time. I've worked out with him, talked to him. Cool dude. But it's not about how cool he is. It's about the actual prison politics and what the implication is. I mean, what are we saying here? If I go out and blast this skinhead, I'm not a skinhead. I'm a wood. So why would I move on a skinhead for breaking a skinhead rule? Now, the only people that Robman green-lit were skinheads. Because the skinheads didn't meet him. There's no green light on Woods. Woods can come and go from Soledad Central to O-Wing Hole. No one's saying they're bad. There's no problem at all with Woods coming from Soledad Central. Just skinheads. But wait a minute, though, that's not my problem. I'm not a skinhead. Why would I go out there and punish this dude because he's a skinhead who didn't meet a skinhead? I'm a wood. I told Robman this. I said, I will get him at yard, the next yard, if you green light all the woods. If you say, you know what, that yard is such trash, those dudes out there are so weak, getting punked for their TVs, letting PDF corner exist, I'm just going to greenlight all the white dudes. Any dude, wood, Skinhead, white, comes from Soledad Central, green light. If you do that, then I'm going to get his ass. I'll take him out. I'll hit him with the weapon the next yard. But if you're not willing to do that, you're saying whites are good, I'm a wood, I can't see moving on a skinhead and pushing a skinhead politics. Really can't do. I wrote him back, said, no can do. And he's like, he took a long time to answer me. He's like, all right, Splinter, I understand. He's kind of mad. And I was kind of thinking to myself, dude, this is one of those situations I could actually get hit on the yard. Robman could actually, because there's a gang of skinheads on the tier, because we just had a big riot with the whites and the blacks. And after a riot like that, they take all the skinheads and throw them in the hole. Because the skinheads are front line. The skinheads are the ones that will pump it up and keep it going and want to run back. And the skinheads are the active ones. Not to say that the woods that are not active. Obviously they are. But the skinheads are the front line. And so the cops always just remove them after a riot. The tier is full of skinheads. I'm like, Robman could tell those skinheads, hey, I gave Splinter an order, a directive, to hit that dude dog who has a green light on him, and Splinter said no. Claimed he can't do it, he's a wood. Get Splinter. And they have so much love and respect for Robman, they probably would have done it. Get me and dog both. Or here's a nice little twist of Ruski, have dog get me. Hey dog, you're in trouble, you didn't meet Robman for that church, he wanted you guys to meet him, and he could say, oh, I didn't get the message, I was at the dentist, I didn't hear about it, my bad, I was out at conjugal business, whatever he could say, I had the flu, homeboy, I don't know. And they could say, okay, well, look, we're going to forgive you, we're going to let it slide, take Splinter out, that's your cleanup. Do you think that's ever happened in prison before? Raise your hand if you think that's happened before. Hey, Splinter, get dog. No, I won't do it. Okay, dog, get Splinter. Bro, that's just happened a million, gazillion times. Prison politics are spin you up and spit you out, homeboy. So, looking at the time, dog, I'm trying to stretch this baby out. I say I'm not going to do it, bro. The skinheads get at me, and they say, you know what, Splinter, don't even trip, dude. Don't even trip. Robman's going to be gone the next couple of days. He's going to Solano. Just don't say nothing. Just don't do nothing. There's no more yards. So Robman's not going to even know what happened to the dog. By the time we have our next yard, Robman will already be gone. I mean, I could have lied to Robman. He's not going to be here anyway. So, yep, I'll take care of him. I mean, that's not my stilo, bro. But that's, the skinheads are saying during the trip, dude, we'll get at your yard. Robman won't even be here. And when Robman left, they wrote me a kite or got at me at yard and said, we didn't agree with Robman. We didn't agree with him, green light, and all these, every skinhead. Because not all of them got that word. There's 2,000 people out there. I mean, he just stood in the, I mean, what did he do? How did he even notify everybody? How can you prove that everyone was notified? You can't. He shot one little kite. That dude could have threw that kite away. He told one dude, hey, go gather everybody. That dude could have said, I ain't gathering nobody. I'm going to help scatter. I'm not going to gather. There's no way that you can, and Dog had a good excuse. He was like, nah, bro, I didn't hear that. I was over here. I mean, I would have more than willingly went and met him, at least hear what he had to say. I mean, he just really had a mouthpiece on his too. He spit it. He spoke for himself and said, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. So what I'm trying to say, Dog, is Dog ended up being welcome in the fold, welcome onto the tier, and at the end of the day, Dog had the keys. Now trip on that. Not only was he not a victim, and I'm sure Robman, before he left, told those skinheads, okay, Splinter's not going to get him. He says he's a wood. He's not going to handle skinhead business. He's not going to remove a skinhead for a skinhead being a wood. So, look, comrades, look, skinheads, I want you guys to get him first chance you can get. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Just told him what he wanted to hear, bro. I'm sure that's what they did. But then when Robman was gone and we're out there, dude, they welcomed Dog in the fold. They told him, of course, that what happened, the Robman was in trouble. Of course, he came with a big old excuse. He said, sorry, my bad. And then they made him the key holder. He was totally in charge. He was doing the roll call, brother. He was in charge of the whole thing. Crazy how things end up. Hold on real quick. I'm bummed out, bro, because I really got this thing. I got to hang up for 30-minute videos. I'm all about it. The one I did yesterday, I believe, was 34. That's the new standard. That's the goal. That's what I'm aiming for. This one is 25, and I'm just like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, so there was Dog. D-O-G. Back in there in the hole, H-O-L-E. Robman didn't like him. No, he did not. He would not buy. No, he would not. I mean, it's done. The story's done. What can I say? How can I drag it out? Let's do a little interview with Chucky on the street. How do you feel about Robman doing that? What do you think was up with all that? Okay, all seriousness, that's the story. I love you guys. I am trying to stretch this out. And, hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Number the most, love the respect. Cut the string, let it fly. Peace.